So I'm 10 miles out of Detroit. I'm in Michigan. I've been hanging with monster trucks all year long. I figure, why not see how they're made? I'm going to the Ford Michigan truck plant. I'm going in. So I'm inside the Ford Michigan truck plant. This is my man, John Corrigan. John, say hey to everybody.
Hello, how you doing today?
I got my safety shades on. We'll be styling together. I'm psyched, John. Let's do it.
Let's go see how we build trucks.
Pedals by Fred at this point in time. No tires, no engine, no steering column. This is like every abandoned car you'll ever see in New York City. But this one's going the other way. It's actually getting built. Looks nasty. Not a person on it. Automated. Hey! How does it know where to go? Automation. It's very impressive. Go ahead. Make my day. All right, it's time to remove the nut, right? Uh-oh, I'm going up and over here on the side.
There you got it.
John, if I'm part of the union now and I just pulled out this nut, what kind of cash am I making today? Pretty good money?
You're making excellent money. Excellent.
I'm removing bolts and I'm making good cash. You didn't just ruin the muffler on that one, did you?
Nope.
So, why is it that you just don't pick them up and slide them over there and put them on there? You're a big guy.
I used to do that. A lot of people have back problems.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God! Somehow this job should be easier, shouldn't it? Let's see, I put a couple bolts in, I helped assemble the engine, helped put some tires on, I helped turn the chassis over, and I feel kind of proud. Obviously, the dilemma is to get it from there to here. Yeah, without putting it through the window. They said it couldn't be done, but I have put together an entire Ford truck. John, can I drive it out of here?
Absolutely.
I'm driving it out of here. So after a long day at the Ford plant, the finished product. You never know, too. If you're driving a Ford one day, it may be the one that I helped build.
Did Jim say Ford? Well, here comes a Ford. Staging right now is the Ford Invader. And he has got his work cut out for him, as Ray Perkowski will take the Invader against the world champion Barefoot. Barefoot, piloted by Fred Schaefer. The truck, 10,000 pounds, with a Keith Black Hemi to power it with 1,500 horses. The 11,000-pound, much heavier Invader has 1,300 horses, powered by a Chevy, to get it across that finish line. Can he do it? We'll find out. The Invader takes on the world champion Barefoot here in Monster Wars, the Houston Astrodome. This is definitely going to be a showdown. Barefoot has that preferred right-hand lane with the left turn. They stage, they go. Barefoot gets an entire almost 1 second hole shot over Invader. Did Invader have problems, or was he sleeping? Into the turn. Barefoot's already around. Invader's just approaching it. Barefoot wins it. Whoa, look out! Barefoot almost loses it. After the finish, Barefoot almost turns it on its side. Fred Schaefer saves it. He waves to the crowd. Look at this turn. He's in here. He's heading for home. Maybe a little oversteering, but he is across the finish line. And now comes the problem. Look out, Fred! Barefoot's on all fours again.
Fred, a great job going up against the Invader, but almost cost you there in that hairpin turn. You almost turned it over.
Yeah, thank you. When you're going around those corners like that, what you're trying to do is get as straight as you can and accelerate. I wasn't quite straight. The truck landed. I had to steer out of it. It was a close call.
Well, it was a good job of driving. Now, coming out of that, any damage to the truck?
Not that I know.
Invader lost it on the line. For some reason, he just didn't start when he got the green light, and it was all over at the starting line. He succumbs to the power of Barefoot.
He may have won the race, but not the war. His fate should be that of any wounded animal, to be destroyed. You haven't heard the last yet from Invader. I'll be back.
To Monster Control. In just a moment, we'll be set for the semifinals. And for Gravedigger and Equalizer, it's been a smooth road into the semis. They'll meet in what's expected to be a close matchup, and Fred Schaefer's Barefoot will be paired up against Taurus. The hairpin turn these trucks face today is one of the tougher tracks on the circuit. Safety is an issue at every race, but here in Houston, the danger of this track has been a constant topic. Jim Davidson has more.
At the end of round 2, we've seen a lot of guys working hard, a lot of guys laying the envelope wide open, going up on 2 wheels. The semis can only provide more of that action because everybody knows they got to step it up. There's an edge in the air right now. All the drivers are back in the pits talking about how choppy it is around the turn, how the dirt's breaking up, about how their tires are having to work overtime and how they're steering. A lot of these guys, they want to make a left-hand turn and aren't getting the chance to do that. In the semis, they're really going to have to crank it up.
And crank it up, they do. Here comes Barefoot, the world champion. He's drawn the dreaded left-hand lane, the lane that has the gremlins that's caused problems for everybody that's been there so far in this matchup. Can he take out Taurus? Can he defeat those left-hand gremlins? We'll find out. Jackie Willman takes Taurus around, and Fred Schaefer has problems in Barefoot. He cannot get the truck to start. He's calling over help. He's going to go down and take a look for himself. We have 2 tow trucks there trying to get the world champion ready for this event. Taurus sits on the line. He waits for Barefoot. Fred has to come down to see if he can get something going in this truck. One has to wonder if that earlier race against Invader caused the problems when Fred Schaefer came across the finish line and then almost lost it. The truck on its side and then pulls back around. All that bouncing around, that would cause problems in anybody's truck. And Taurus will have to face another challenger. Barefoot's not coming back.
I've got a leg up on you, Barefoot. And on this frontier, nobody wrangles me, partner. Yeah!
Well, Taurus, prepare for your doom. You might be riding high, but I can run you out of town. I warned Barefoot not to rule the Invader out, and look what happened to him. Taurus, you're next, and you're history!
And there goes Barefoot. He's being pulled out, and in comes the Invader. Invader, Ray Perkowski, takes the truck back onto the track. He's in that left-hand lane to take Barefoot's place against Jack Willman's Taurus. Taurus Invader, the matchup set to go. One of these trucks goes to the finals. Taurus, average time of 14.71 on this track. Invader's time, 19.68. Now, Invader is a much heavier truck, a much older truck. But can this veteran driver outpower the young Jackie Willman? Jackie looks over. We wait for the green light. And showtime in the Houston Astrodome. Invader right off the line, and Taurus stops. Taurus cannot get started. Invader. Now Taurus gets going. Can he catch up? Invader's already around the turn. He may be. Yes, he will be the first truck to win in the left-hand lane all night long. And Taurus has problems. He loses to Invader. It happened on the line. A puff of smoke out of Taurus, and he just sits there. The truck dies. Meanwhile, Invader is going down the track. It's back to the pits for Taurus.